For the formula, A is equal to P plus PRT, find the value of R when A is equal to 1,290, P is equal to 750, and T is equal to 8. And so here we have this formula. Indeed, P is equal to 750. We have that R. Well, we have to determine what is the value of R. We don't know what R is, but we know what T is. T is 8. And we know what A is. A is 1,200 and A is 1,290. And so let's substitute. A is 1,290, so we put that here. P is 750, so we put that here. And P is 750, so we put it here as well. We have R, and we put R here. We don't know what is the value of R. That is what we're trying to figure out. And we have T is equal to 8, so we put 8 here. Next, what we do is we say 750 multiplied by 8, so we have that right here. And we put R on the outside. And so we have 750 multiplied by 8 is equal to 6,000. So we have 6,000 R. And so we have 1,290 is equal to 750 plus 6,000 R. Next, what we do? We take the 750. We take the 750 and we send it over the equal sign. It was a positive 750, but when we send it over the equal sign, it becomes a negative 750. And so we have 1,290 minus 750, and that's going to be equal to 6,000 R. Next, we subtract. What is 1,290 minus 750? Well, that gives us 540. Indeed, we're going to divide both sides of this equation by 6,000. But before we do that, let's switch this equation. So we take 6,000 R and we put it on the left-hand side. And we take 540 and we put it on the right-hand side. Now we divide both sides of this equation by 6,000. And what that does is that allows us to be able to cancel out this 6,000 with this 6,000. So the 6,000s cancel out, leaving us with just R on the left-hand side. And so we have that R is equal to 540 divided by 6,000 and 540 divided by 6,000. That's 540 divided by 6,000 is 0.09. So R is equal to 0.09. And that's the answer to this particular question. Next, let's move on to part B. It says, for the formula, A is equal to P plus PRT, make P the subject of the formula. So our goal is to make P the subject of the formula. Notice that we have P here and P here. So that means that P is a common factor of these two terms. And so that means that we're going to factor out the P's. I'm sorry, we're going to factor out P. And so if we factor out P, that means that we'll be left with 1 plus RT. So we factor out, we notice that P is here and P is here. So P is a common factor of both of these terms. And so we factor out a P. And so when we factor out a P, we are left with 1 plus RT. And so we know that we are left with 1 plus RT because P times 1 is still P, and P times RT is PRT. And so this would be at the bottom here is the factored form of this expression right here on the top. But our goal is to make P the subject of the formula. So we have to isolate P. And so that means that what we have to do is we have to make sure that P is all by itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch. So we have P multiplied by 1 plus RT is equal to A. All right, so we switch this equation. Now we divide both sides of this equation by 1 plus RT. And the reason why we do that is because, remember, our goal is to isolate P. We want P by itself. So we divide both sides of this equation by 1 plus RT. And that enables us to cancel out 1 plus RT on the left-hand side. And so that means that we'll be left with P is equal to A divided by 1 plus RT. And in this equation, P is the subject of the formula. And so this right here is the answer to our question. P is equal to A all over 1 plus RT. And that's the answer to this particular question.